This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the Reds POSTCAST brought to you by the Locked On Podcast Network and, of course, Locked On Reds. Today we are celebrating not just a series clinching win, but a road trip winning record clinching win this Saturday afternoon as the Cincinnati Reds get a big win against the Colorado Rockies at Coors Field 6-4 in front of a really lively crowd. A great day for the Cincinnati Reds. My name is Tim Daniel. I have been covering the Reds on podcast form for 5 years at previous publications. You can always check out my show after every single Reds game, or if you subscribe to us on free for any of your podcast apps of choice, or here on YouTube, you also get my good friends Jeff Carr and Stephen Offenbaker Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. Guys, what a fun day at the ballpark for the Cincinnati Reds as they are now 14-13. They are still sitting in second place, but as our friend Carrie is pointing out in the chat, things are getting a little better on that end for the Redlegs today. So keeping an eye on that. I love that we're already scoreboard watching. I can tell how much we miss baseball when it's the end of April and we're already scoreboard watching. We're a month into the season. So a great day for the Reds, a 6-4 win. So we're going to talk about a couple things. We're going to start obviously with Austin Hayes. I got to throw in TJ Friedl. I got to throw in Noah Marte. I got to make sure I talk about those guys. We're going to talk about Hunter Green on a nice bounce back. So that was, a really fun game for him today. I mean, basically a pitcher's duel at Coors Field with how Coors Field's set up. We're going to talk about Matt McLain and his struggles, and I'm not necessarily worried about it. And then, of course, unfortunately, news came out today that former Reds general manager Walt Jocketty had passed away. So I'm going to pay a quick tribute to him as well. We're going to have a lot of fun this afternoon, people. But hey, let's get to it, shall we?
This is what you'll be talking about.
I really messed that up. I thought that was going to be much cooler than it really was. That's on me. I apologize, guys. But let's talk about Austin Hayes to start the show because he was awesome today. Basically, since he's gotten to play for the Reds and since he's been come back off the IL, he has been terrific. So today he hits yet another home run, not one, but two out of the DH. Seriously, Larry, what are you talking about? It's Colorado. That happens. People give up home runs. It's very common in Colorado. He only gave up 3 earned runs. He was great today. So no, I'm not taking that today. I'm sorry, I'm not. Austin Hayes in 44 plate appearances with the Reds, 5 homers, 11 RBI, a 1.222 OPS. Pretty awesome day for him with 2 big home runs that gave the Reds a really big advantage. So the first one being there in the 4th inning to break a 2-2 tie, and then the second one being in the top of the 6th to break a 3-3 tie. So it was just like last night, except for a much better game, where it seemed like Insana kind of talked about it. Anytime the Reds made a play to kind of take the lead, Colorado fought back and made it interesting. So it was a good baseball game. But Austin Hayes obviously leads the way with his 2 home runs. Just what he has been able to bring the Reds is coming off the IL. You can just see how much better the offense is with him in it. Obviously, you look at not just what he's doing, but Ellie's hitting better with him. Kevin Lux is hitting better behind him. Spencer Steer's hitting better. Noah Marte has basically made Jeimer Candelario unplayable the way he's played because Spencer Steer's playing pretty decent first base as well. This is what this team probably needed more than this. We were going through this first half of this first bit of the season, like the first 13, 14 games, and it's like some nights they win by 6 runs, some nights they lose 1-0. They needed an Austin Hayes. And now that he's part of the team, now that he's doing his thing, and this team is winning baseball games and being competitive, I mean, this is a winning road trip, which say what you will about the competition. The fact that they have a winning road trip with that brutal, Miami series, you take it. Carrie asks, is Hayes the bumper we've been dreaming of? He might just be. Joshua Tucker, Hayes is looking like a lock to be one of the best $5 million ever spent. That's absolutely true. So we're going to start the day with him. We're going to probably talk about him a couple of times through the show, but let's get to some other guys. TJ Friedl. I can't believe how good he has been. And I heard Mo talk about this with Jeff the other day when Mo was on Locked On Reds. And it was exactly how I felt, where I didn't give him enough credit for how good of a hitter he has been this year. And yeah, the OPS is low. It's 748. It's right under league average. But I think, the way he's hitting the ball, that's Mr. Wan's here. Hey, how are you? That's going to come back up pretty soon. He's got on base today. He was 3 for 5 today. He's up to a 295 batting average, 748 OPS. Like I said, that's going to get up. He's stealing bases again. He's got 5 of them. Ellie has the team lead, obviously, but he's doing pretty well there. You got Ellie today, 2 for 4 with a hit and a clutch RBI. For a guy I often am told is not clutch, that was a pretty big hit today and really kind of kept the ninth inning going, especially they were struggling so much today with runners in scoring position. So for Ellie to get that knock where he's down 0-2, works the count back up, gets the hit to bring in the run, steals a base for his now 11th of the season. So pretty great at bat there. Josh talks about Noelvi Marte and just how on fire he is. That 2-run homer, awesome. So what he's been able to do, like I said, we know how bad he's been since he signed the contract with the Reds, and what they're getting from the corners right now, because Steer's really starting to hit the ball better. And he, again, 2 hits today. Just been getting on base, a bit of an on-base machine these last few days. You can't play Candelario. Like, I know that's not my show. That's Jeff and Steve's show. They're the ones who are supposed to talk about that. But I don't see a way you can play Jeremy Candelario unless it's a guy's getting a day off and he's going there. I don't care about the contract. The team is playing so much better without him in the order. And I know Jeff is big on May's coming, and when May comes, he comes around. But I don't think that they can rely on that. I don't think that they can kind of go into this game and this season and go, this is just kind of, we need this. Like, they don't need it anymore. With what they're getting from Hayes, from the corners, from Ellie, from TJ Friedel, Matt McClain's going to come around. I'm not worried about it whatsoever. I'm going to get into why of that a little bit later in the show. The catcher spot so far before Tyler Stevenson comes back, you don't have a spot for him anymore. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay that you don't, because it just didn't work out. So no Brixington. He cannot go to Double-A without any issues. By the way, Chase Burns today, looking pretty fun in his Double-A debut. So I guess he'll be in Louisville in about 2 weeks, is my best guess. But speaking of great starting pitching, Hunter Green with a nice bounce back day today in Colorado. I cannot wait to talk about that because, man, did he look good. Let's go ahead and get to that right after this. Where's my ad? Where's my ad? I had my ad. Oh, we're going to try that again. Okay. Let's get to the next segment, actually. We'll do that here in just a second. We'll get that back. So let's go and get the Hunter Green. All right. Great. Tim, can't work on Saturdays. Not for me. All right. So today, Hunter Green was coming off of the Baltimore outing where he wasn't very good. The slider was very flat. Things weren't looking very well. And I wasn't panicking, obviously. I don't think anyone was necessarily panicking. But he found a way to come back and have a really promising outing. And today, he goes 6 innings. He gets 3 earned runs, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. By common terms, that's what the kids call a quality start. So for him to kind of have, to have that kind of outing at Colorado, it's basically 7 innings and 2 earned runs at another stadium. It's just kind of how that works because the ball flies there. I know he gave up a couple homers, but he just was really good today, and the defense was good behind him. His ERA is at the 270, so you can live with that. Just was a really promising day for him. For him to have a day like that, to bounce back, just shows you why he's numero uno, right? This is why he's the guy that gets the ball in those opportunities. This is why he's the guy who you rely on the most to kind of when you're these games. And look, they probably, I'm not at must win for a Colorado Rockies game in April, but they really probably did need this one to kind of feel confident, and they really kind of need this one to build on some issues. So for him, that was really great. So I do have everything ready now. I do apologize about that. This is live podcasting, people. It happens, but we're going to go ahead and try add 2 again. And this time when we come back, we'll talk about the bullpen. Did you know your Fire TV is also an Xbox? Turn any TV into your gaming and entertainment hub with Fire TV 4K devices, no console required. Just grab your paired controller, subscribe or sign into Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with EA Play included, and you're ready to play. Dive into hundreds of premium titles from EA Sports College Football 25 to Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, and Avowed. And as easily as you stream your favorite shows, it's gaming made simple, and it's all on your TV. With Wi-Fi 6/6E and auto low latency mode advanced technology, Fire TV Stick 4K delivers smoother, more responsive gameplay with lightning fast speeds you need to stay competitive. With 4K streaming, watch more than 1.5 million movies and TV episodes from your favorite subscribe services like Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Max, and more. Play high-quality Xbox games at a fraction of the cost of a console. Already have a console? A Fire TV Stick 4K device is more affordable and easier to travel with, allowing you to take you or your kids' games wherever you plug in. Me, I am a hardcore gamer, so having this experience where I can take it with me anywhere I go is just what I need. Head to Amazon.com/FireTV Lockdown to get started. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription and compatible controller required. Available on select devices including Fire TV Stick 4K 2nd Gen, Fire TV Stick 4K Max 1st and 2nd Gen, and Fire TV Cube 3rd Gen. I think I bounced back there, right, from that one. I managed to find a way to get back in there and play pretty well on that ad. So thank you guys for being patient. And thank you for hanging out with me this early evening on a wonderful Saturday where the Cincinnati Reds are victorious in Colorado with a huge victory, 6-4 over the Rockies and keeping things alive. Guys, let's talk about the bullpen for a second here. I just want to make sure we give them their credit as well, because I know Pagan gave up that run in the ninth because Friedel misplayed the ball. First things first, Colorado center fielder, the sun was out, whatever, happens. Didn't end up hurting him in the long run, thankfully. But those 3 strikeouts by Pagan were huge. 2 days in a row, he's been really good. Scott Barlow, who a lot of us have lost a lot of confidence in, right? I mean, I see comments about it all the time. Comes in, gets a really, has a really nice setting. Alexis Diaz, who we were, Kerry right here. Do you want to consider trading Diaz for another hitter mid-season? Right here. I don't disagree with that. First off, I'm open to that conversation. But really nice setting. And then Emilio Pagan has that inning where he has 3 big strikeouts. So shout out to bullpen for a really nice day as well. Gosh, I can imagine being a reliever, getting your arm ready in that stadium, coming out there and running to the mound with that altitude, throwing warm-up pitches and being ready to go. So those dudes obviously are there, and I am not for a reason. So going to make sure we give their shout out as well to that. Let's see what, want to talk about real quick where this game was won or lost.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
The turning point of this game, simply put, was Austin Hayes' second home run. It was the second tie of the game. It was 3-3. And from there, he hits it. The Reds obviously go on to have score 2 more runs in the ninth, first with the Ellie single. And then, but obviously Hayes gets that going. I love that when so Ellie steals, then Hayes gets intentionally walked, and they make them pay. That's the stuff where I really love about this team that we did not see much of last year. So yeah, and we see it right here. Joshua Tucker talks about it. Cincinnati has a chance to have a winning record in April, the 12-11 for the month with 4 to go. You love to see it. We were pretty critical of Terry Francona pretty early to start the year, but something's coming around. There seems like some response is going really well there. Spencer Steer being the one who got that hit. I know Amador did get that double in the ninth, but how about seeing old friend Nick Martini score on a double? So let's talk about some bad. And I'm going to kind of talk real quick about just a big picture with it. So Matt McLain has obviously not been what we expect from Matt McLain. 0 for his last 17. Today had another rough day. Just hasn't been his road trip. And I get this question a lot. It's, should they move him down the order? Or it's, should they send him down? First things first, they are not sending Matt McLain down. That is not happening. Absolutely not. So if that is your thought process, do not come with that. Because he's way too good of a defender. His contact rate, even with strikeouts right now, is still very high. And he still draws walks. So that's why I'm not worried, actually, more than anything. The way that this team's playing so well defensively since Steer and Marte have come back, and also the way that he is just kind of, he's still working at bats. He's still making good contact. I know he's striking out far more than any of us want him to, but look no further to his double play duo mate that we have these conversations on from time to time. For him, I think that we just expect excellence from him. We don't expect these, like, as our old pal Nick Kroll likes to say, peaks and valleys. But they're going to happen, especially for a guy who missed a full season last year and is trying to get back in consistent speed. And look, started the year like a bat out of hell. Had 3 home runs really early in the first homestand. Looked like he was going to go on a roll. And then had that little IL stint for a bit. So I see sometimes people come in here and they compare him to guys like Nick Senzel. Matt McLain is significantly better than Nick Senzel. That's nothing. I'm not listening to it. Guys, baseball is really hard. I don't understand why we do this. Like, if he just flat out had a history of just not performing in the majors, okay, sure. That's not the case with him. He's been great. And this is just, I know it's a slump. Everyone goes through it. Ken Griffey Jr. went through slumps. Joey Votto went through slumps. They find a way. Good players find a way. And I fully believe Matt McLain is a very good player. So just want to make sure I touch on that. And before we end the night on a little bit of a somber note, let's go ahead and get to our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Austin Hayes. I felt like that was pretty easy. Pretty awesome. Another great day. Been an unbelievable Red. I hope that they can find a way to maybe bring him back the way things are going, or else he's going to go in the 1-year legend, the one year Reds outfield of Chu, Hayes, and Ron Gant. That might win you a World Series if they were all in their prime. So I just want to make sure I give some love there to the Reds of the past who have been in that legacy as well. So today we found out this afternoon that former Reds general manager Walt Jocketty passed away. And he was 74. And obviously is a guy who, so I'll go for my age. I know I get a vast range of ages in my audience, but for my age, I'm 30. I'll be 36 in a couple months. The 2010 through the 2013 Reds is the most consistent team I've ever had in my lifetime as a Reds fan. I know 94, 95 was great, but I don't remember that very well. I do remember the 95 NLCS, but the 2010 through 2013 teams, that is my memory of, it's sad, I'm well aware it's sad, of great Reds baseball. The 2010 team was super fun because they were up and coming. The 2011 team was still really fun. They just lost a lot of close games and didn't have a great back end of the bullpen other than Cordero and Chapman. 2012 team, we all know, they were incredible. 2013 team underperformed. William, these are great names too. Greg Vaughn, Mike Cameron. Dude, we're in the DH rules. We might have a pretty solid conversation about a good lineup for the 1-year Reds. But that group, that 4-year span there, even with a losing season in 2011, where they were 79 and 83, is the most fun I had watching the Reds on a year-to-year basis. And I know Walt didn't draft Joey. I know he didn't draft Jay. I know he wasn't the guy who pulled off the trade for Brandon Phillips, but he did make a lot of huge moves to get that team going. You look at in 2010, getting Orlando Cabrera, who ended up being really huge for that team. Wasn't statistically amazing, but was the vet they needed. Johnny Gomes, who was like a sneaky pickup for that team, ended up being really good. 2012, he goes and makes the Matt Latos trade, which a lot of people questioned. And I know how that ended up, but that second half of 2012, Matt Latos was pretty awesome. And part of that starting rotation where no one missed the start was pretty incredible. In 2013, of course, makes the Chu trade, which completely changes the offense. So has a great lore in Reds history. I talked about it with some people if they thought that he would be considered a Reds Hall of Famer, and I got mixed reactions to that. So I'm willing, if you guys want to leave stuff in the comments about your thoughts, would you consider Walt Jock to be a Reds Hall of Famer for his stamp on the team? I'd love to hear yes or no and why. So thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. The Cincinnati Reds are victorious today for their 3rd straight win, a final score of 6-4 in Colorado. The Cincinnati Reds have 6 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. The Colorado Rockies 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher is Hunter Green. He is now 3-2. Your losing pitcher is Antonio Sensatella. He is now 1-4. And Emilio Pagan picks up his 7th save. They are back at it tomorrow for a chance to get a sweep Nick Lodolo takes the hill. He is 2-2 with a 2.79 ERA, and he'll be going against Ryan Feltner of the Rockies, who is 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA. That game will be at 3:10, so I'll probably be back on around the same time tomorrow. My name's Tim Daniel. Thank you all so much for checking us out here on the Locked On Podcast Network. And of course, check out Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds, and their Monday Lives are always fun as well. So thank you all. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow.